1, 0.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro.
Hello, welcome. Wellness Wednesday Conversations to Raise Vibrations. I am your host, Lisa Kelly, and as always, I'm joined by the beautiful Elvira Hopper. So today we have some juicy conversations. So if you're joining us live, please, I hope you've given StreamYard permission to share your name. I know Janet said she was jumping on. Tori Joe normally jumps on. So hopefully we see your name. And as always, let us know, engage in this conversation, because I really do love the conversation we both do that happens from this. And if you're not able to catch us live and you're watching it later on replay, just hit hashtag replay. And as always, let us know what you love about this conversation. And another venue is our beautiful YouTube channel that is growing. So if you feel inclined, please head over to that, like, share, and subscribe. Hello, Janet. Hello, Tori Joe.
Hello, beautifuls.
So excited you're here, because we're going to, first of all, we want to acknowledge a couple things. So first of all, I feel such an affinity to the Dyer family. I was involved in a private Facebook learning group with both Sage and Serena Dyer, and I've done a healing for Marceline Dyer, and I just feel such an affinity to that family. I always have. For those of you that know me, know that Wayne Dyer is like my guru. And so we are sending so much love to that family as they have experienced the passing of Summer Dyer, their sister, sibling, Marceline's daughter. Yeah, I know Wayne was there to greet her. I know her son, Hayes, who she lost, was there to greet her as well. And I know their beliefs, but it doesn't take away the grief. So I want to acknowledge that right now, as I have not been able to get them out of my head, and just sending them so much love. So that.
Yeah.
And then did you want to jump in with the next one?
Yeah. Well, yesterday, something really horrible happened in Texas. A bunch of children and a teacher were killed by an 18-year-old who also was killed. And this happened in, oh my gosh, the name in Texas. I can't remember starts with
It's a
a U.
different name. Yes.
Uvalde, I think it is.
Yeah.
And actually Matthew McConaughey is from Uvalde, and he just posted something very powerful that essentially is asking people to reconsider the whole gun situation. And I don't want to get into the politics of it. I just want to say that I do believe that all this stuff is coming up for humanity to clear the crap, to clear the ego, the fear, the reason why we're hanging on to guns. I would like to see that this is gotten to a head, and it's enough thoughts and prayers to these families. Let us change policies. Let us do more. Let us do better. Right. And this is the States, right? We're up here in Canada, but so much compassion to our I know, Tori Joe, you're in the US, and others too, I'm sure, watching, but let's do what we can as a collective to raise the vibration on all of this, of this. I know Marianne Williamson was running for president because here was a conscious woman that could have made a difference. But guess what? She got beaten down because it was too powerful at the top, and Trump got in, right? So this is where I believe that we can do better as a humanity. Things happen. I know a lot of people can't believe this, but things happen for us, not to us. So let's use this situation to really catapult us into a new area of possibility for humanity. Let us do something about these gun laws. Enough is enough, right? So this is just a conscious woman. I know, Lisa, my sense is you're on the same page, that we can do more as a humanity. Can you share what you feel about this?
I do feel that. And I, again, I don't want to get into the political because everybody, thinks differently, and that's okay. And to be quite honest, I don't know enough about it. So, and I'm not.
No, I don't either. I don't either. Yeah.
I don't want to go there. But what I do want to say is what Tori Joe has said: mental health awareness and prevention over new laws. And I do agree that we need we need to understand, and especially in the last 2 years, what these, again, political lockdowns, et cetera, have done to our children.
Mm, yeah.
And it's far worse than, this is my belief, than COVID ever could be, the mental health that is going on right now. And that's what we need to focus on. And
Yeah.
how do we do that? We are only two people here, Elvira. We're
Yeah.
only, but we can 100% what we do, all minds are joined. So
Yes. It's a
yes,
honeycomb, as Jennifer likes to say, one of my miracle mindset mentors. Yeah. It's a honeycomb. We're all connected.
we are connected.
Yeah.
All minds are joined.
Yeah.
So there is no you, there is no separation. That's the
Yeah.
mind of the ego. So
Yeah.
if we can, do what we can here on our, little page here and our little YouTube channel, raising vibrations and having conversations that may be difficult,
Yeah.
that may be uncomfortable for people, right?
Yeah.
And some of the conversations we have might have been uncomfortable for me, 5, 10 years ago as
Yeah.
well.
For
And
sure.
maybe still are, depending where I'm at. It's okay to be uncomfortable, is to create change. And
Yes.
that's, change needs to happen on this planet.
Yeah.
And I know there's so many out there, that raising vibrations on this planet, raising consciousness on this planet, because this is what we need to elevate ourselves to
Yeah.
a different level, transform what is going on in this world,
Yeah.
and really just come into that place of peace, that place of love. And that is all that
Yeah.
exists. Tori,
Because we're one. We're one. We're not going to cut off our arm, to spite our body, right? Like we are one. We're one body. We're all connected. And if we more of us that get this, the
yeah,
more it's going to have what Malcolm Gladwell calls a tipping point, right?
yeah.
A tipping point of where this becomes the new normal, so
Mhm,
that
mhm,
things in the world that were once tolerated are no longer tolerated. Like at one
mhm.
time there was slavery. Well, slavery doesn't happen anymore because we got conscious around it. You know, blacks and whites are equal, right? So we had to do work around that. We were able to shift that. So something big needs to happen here with regards to this gun control issue. And I don't know what it looks like. I'm not a politician. I hate politics. I'll be honest, but I do know that we can do better. And I know that a lot of it is around mental health. And I do have a mental health solution, SOUL, that can serve those that don't want to go the regular route. This is an
Mhm.
alternative mental health solution. And
Yeah,
I'm sharing it with as many people. I have an incredible team that want to share it as well. So I'm very, very passionate about this, helping people heal their trauma so they can leave the drama, so
yeah.
they can elevate to be what they were brought here to
Yeah,
be.
yeah. That's our job on this planet, and
Yeah.
that's my job as well with what I do.
Yeah.
It is absolutely getting you through that trauma that doesn't you don't have to live with anymore, right?
Mhm.
So Tori Joe says, in America, if you are diagnosed, you are given addictive medication and
Oh,
told to go on our way and figure it out, not healthy. Well, that's the
right.
same here in Canada.
That's it.
It's exactly the same.
It's the same. It's the same.
It's no different.
And
So, mhm,
yeah,
the
and
services are
we
not
do.
there.
Yeah, sorry. I'm so passionate about this. Right now, there's this big, project going on to elevate mental health awareness in where I'm from in Toronto. And I'm not going to mention the society that is putting this on. It's a fundraiser, but you know what? I can't get behind
Yeah,
this organization because all they want to do is the standard care. They're not interested in any alternative solutions. I've
yeah,
tried to reach out to them to tell them about what I have. They're not interested
no,
because they're just interested in propagating the Western medicine that is all about, it's either, and there's nothing wrong with Western medicine in some degrees, but maybe it's not for everyone. It wasn't for me. I got an alternative solution that saved my life, my sanity. I wanted to die at rock bottom, and now I want to live big time and help others as well. So it's not just one size fits all. And I do believe that they want everyone to do it their way, and that you have to go to school for so many years and have these kind of this kind of degree and letters after your name in order to be seen as a mental health professional. Well,
oh,
I call bullshit on that.
I do too.
There's other ways of doing it, and I have one, you have one, we have more than one, I think. And there's
Yeah,
a lot of us
yeah,
practitioners that don't do it the way, Gemma K, sorry, what's her last name? Gemma K. Smith, I think her name is. She's one of my colleagues in Australia. She just posted about it today on her Facebook page, and said that standard medicine wasn't the way for her and she got another way. And I'm like, hallelujah, you go, girl.
Yeah.
And then I posted that on my Facebook as well,
Yeah.
that there's other solutions, right?
Of
So
course there is. Because those are just Band-Aids. And I do wanna say Western medicine has its place. You break your arm, you
mhm.
go to a doctor. You're
I
not
was in big
going
pharma
to
for 20 years. I get it.
you know,
Yeah.
you're not going to a naturopath. That being said, for long-term solutions that we're talking about, mental health, there is you got to get to the root of the problem,
Yes.
because going on a med, if you need it at the time, I'm not telling
Yep.
you not
No,
to.
nothing
No,
wrong.
I'm
Nothing
not
wrong.
saying anything about it. I want to stress that, but for a period, because that is
Yes.
only a Band-Aid.
It's a
And there's
Band-Aid.
there's other traumas happening within you that
Yeah.
and the only place to get at that is going within and
Yeah.
doing that work. So,
Yeah.
strict
Amen.
guidelines without empathetic connection is disastrous to the soul.
Yes.
100
Amen. Amen. Hallelujah to that.
Joe,
Yeah.
100%. So that kind of brings us, like, talking about, a little
Mhm.
bit to our conversation for
Yeah.
today. So do you wanna kickstart that?
Yeah. So I was inspired to share this
Oh,
because
it's 11. Sorry.
it's 11. Oh my gosh, make a wish, make a wish. Oh my gosh. Oh,
Thank you,
okay.
guys.
I made mine. Okay.
Yeah.
So something's just happened in the media up here recently. And one of my colleagues, I won't get into too much of the detail, but one of my colleagues from the past has been in the media, and she is struggling because she's actually going to the highest level of I think it's Human Rights Commission, because she was treated badly at a in a workplace, and she's trying to get laws changed or get this person out of their position because she was treated badly by them. Well, the irony is not the irony necessarily, but the interesting thing is that it wasn't just one place that this happened. This happened to her in other workplaces as well. So when you're pointing your fingers at others,
Mhm,
how many fingers do you have pointing back at you?
mhm, mhm,
So I've reached out to this person because she's an old colleague of mine. And I said, I can help, because this person is stuck right now in this victim mindset and trying to attack people at a very high level, because she has that celebrity. She has that visibility. And so she can do that. However, I want to have a conversation with her because I was actually bullied in this social group of people that I was in, and she was one of the people near the top that was empowering the bully. And here's the thing: hurt people hurt people. I
mhm,
do believe that there's trauma at the bottom of this. I have so much compassion for her. I want to support her to
mhm,
see that she is not a victim, that she's blaming people on the outside, but she's
mhm.
got to look at herself and do the inner work of healing and evolving, healing the trauma, because I know there's trauma there. She might
Mhm.
not see it, but I know that there is. I want to support her because
Yeah,
her treating me that way allowed me to hit an all-time low where I wanted to die. But
right,
guess what? I wasn't meant to die. I was meant to come out of it with a system to help others. And
right,
now that's become a movement.
right.
People in my container are using it to help others. My facilitators are being trained. I've got 2 trained right now that are already creating an extra income, helping others to do this inner work as well.
Mhm.
So I want to be able to help her to heal her trauma so that there's no drama,
Yeah,
right? You see, because where there's drama,
yeah,
there's bullying, there's victimhood, and there's also martyrhood. People
yeah,
that jump in to try to help the victim.
yeah,
Because again, they're all expressions of our ego. Our
yeah,
ego is not our amigo. Our ego just needs to feel right and justified, either in being the bully or feeling sorry for themselves being the victim, where they get all sorts of attention, or justified in being the martyr or the rescuer, right? This is called the victim triangle. We talk about this in the work that I do. And I do believe that you can step off that triangle and move into the 4 circles. This
yeah,
is a concept that came through me. And if you go to my website, you get it free of charge. You get to learn about that, the 4 circles of personal power. Go to elvirahopper.com. You'll know what I'm talking about. So I ask you to get off the victim triangle, move into the 4 circles. And so I want to invite this woman to this possibility for herself,
yeah,
because I do believe there can be peace and healing for her.
Yeah.
And there is nothing but gratitude I have for her. So it's not like, oh my gosh, some people will say, well, isn't that interesting? That the bully, ends up now being bullied. Well, that's what happens. And I'm not, there's no justification here in me. There's just a desire to help her because this thing helped me. And I want to see it help as many people as possible.
Right.
And she's very visible. If it helps her, perhaps she can even share it with more people, right? So
Yeah.
it's all about us healing our wounds, healing our trauma so that we can get off that drama triangle. And
Yeah.
there's a name to that triangle. If anybody knows it, put it in the comments below. But I can't think of the person's name off the top of my head. But anyway, this is what I want to say is that, we can heal our trauma so we can leave the drama behind.
Yeah.
So that we don't have this need to bully others because we feel empowered ourselves. In fact, I think I shared with you, I'm writing 4 books right now with one of the people that wants to facilitate this work, Akoshua Brown. Shout out to her. She's a book publisher and a writer. And we're creating 4 books to go into the school system because we want to share these concepts with children, with youth, elementary kids, and also a high school kids version and parent and teacher version. So 4 books. And we want to help them to get that they don't have to be victims, that they can show up in a vibration that nobody will bully them. Because
Right.
when they tear the kick me sign off their back, guess what?
Right.
Nobody bullies them.
Right. And this is what we talk about with vibrations, right?
Yeah.
So when you were saying, she was at this, elevated stance where she was bullying you and, she welcomed it in, so to speak. And, now she's interestingly enough, the shoe's on the other foot and now she's being bullied. But it's because the vibrations that she's vibrating at are low. And
Yes.
so what we vibrate at is what we attract in, right?
Yep.
Whatever we attract in, experiences, people, books, whatever it is, things is where you are vibrating.
Yep.
That's always, as Abraham Hicks says, you can tell where your vibrations sit with what's going on around you.
Yes. Your results. Yep. Your
Exactly.
results will always tell.
Exactly. And those people that are vibrating low, and I used to do this, so I can say this.
Yeah,
I
I
played the
know.
victim role. I did it. So I'm speaking from experience. This isn't
Yes.
just, something I've read. I'm speaking from experience. When I split up from my ex, I wanted to tell everybody who would listen
Yes.
because I wanted to be the victim and I
Yes.
wanted to be validated. So
Yes.
what did I do? I looked for people around me, unconsciously, of course,
Yep.
that
Yep.
were vibrating at the same level, that
Yep.
could validate what I was experiencing. See,
Yep.
that they know that I'm
Yeah.
the victim. They know what's happened to me. They believe me. And it was just it feeds your ego.
Yes.
And
Yes.
now I think of it, and it's like, oh my God, like it's just
Yeah.
so gross when I think of it.
Me
But
too.
we do it unconsciously.
We
It's
do it unconsciously. Yeah.
consciously thinking that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because as you know, like my line of work, 95% of our brain is the unconscious mind, and that runs the show.
Yeah.
And until you flip that around
Yeah.
and you understand, and you need in Huna energy, the mother is the conscious mind. So until
Yeah.
you have that mother run the show, that inner child or the unconscious mind is running the show. We
Mm.
don't want the child running the show
Yeah.
ever.
Exactly.
But it
Exactly.
does. It's got the old programs, the old beliefs, the old everything that we've been programmed to
Yeah.
that may not be our fault, but it is 100% our
Our
responsibility.
responsibility. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
But
Oh,
until you show up and you understand that,
yeah.
you might be living in that for a while. So she
Well,
may not get it.
she might not be interested, but I said, she just texted me back, "Hey, I can't get back to you. I'm so busy right now." Obviously, she's in the media and she's getting, questions back and forth. And I said, "Call me when you can. I believe I can help." So I just left it at that. We'll see if she connects. And this may be the right time because you know what? You have to, before you wake up, a
You gotta
lot of
get
people have to go to a really dark place.
right.
This might be the thing that supports her. I pray that it is because honestly, I know I didn't go through my shit show for no reason. Even as I was going through it, I remember saying to her, "Why are you empowering that bully? Why are you not helping me?" And she's like, "Why don't you just forget about it? She's not your friend." And I remember just thinking like I wasn't being validated by her, right? So I went to other people that did validate me. Oh my God, she's so mean. She's so mean. And I was like,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
she's so mean. She's so
Yeah,
mean. And it validated my existence. But she did not. She was with the bully, right? So
yeah,
she listened to my story, but she dismissed it. And God bless her. That's all she could have done. And that was her role in the story. I
yeah,
am grateful to her. I am grateful to the bully. You know that in my books, who is the dedication to?
yeah. Oh,
Both
so
of my bullies. Both of
your
my bullies.
angels of evolution.
My angels of evolution. Yes, one was a corporate bully and one was my
Yeah,
social bully. And I am so grateful to both of them, because had I not had this horrible wanting to die moment, I wouldn't have had my awakening to
yeah,
then be divinely gifted with a way out. And so I would love to see this serve her if she's in such a dark place where she's like, okay, I'm willing to try anything, right? Like people, they don't wake up unless they're sick and tired of feeling sick and tired,
yeah,
right? And for me, I wasn't going to go to drugs because I was a drug rep for 20 years. I knew what they did to our bodies. And again, big pharma has helped a lot of people, no disrespect. I just didn't want to go there.
yeah.
Also, my dad had a breakdown and had to go on drugs for the rest of his life.
Right.
I didn't want to do that. So I wanted something natural. And also, when I was a new mommy, I had 2 years of therapy.
Right.
Therapy works. There is nothing wrong with therapy. I got to tell my story over and over and over to my therapist about how my
Oh,
mommy
yes.
was not the mommy I wanted.
Yeah.
But guess what? Turns out she was the mommy I needed to
Yes.
turn me into who I am today.
Yeah.
And I'm a fierce, badass coach. And I love my mommy today in a way that is unbelievable. She's one of my best friends because
Yeah.
I did my inner work of healing. But it took 2 years. So I knew that I wanted something fast when I
Yeah.
hit rock bottom. So this is where this work came through me. I didn't make it up. I'm not that smart. Came through me. And I believe I truly, if she's open to it, it can serve her as well. And how cool would that be? Because she's in the media. She's a pretty prominent figure here in
Yeah.
my city. And what if she can help to bring this to even more people? Who knows, right? So maybe this is all happening for a reason.
Yeah.
And so
100%.
I
Yeah.
pray for that. I pray
Oh,
for
yeah.
that.
Everything's always happening for a reason, right? And
Yeah.
it's divine timing, whether
Yes.
she's choosing to jump on the healing train or she's not choosing it. That's her
Stay
choice.
unconscious till you die if you want. But you
Yeah.
know what? If you want to feel better, wake up. Wake
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. And I do love that you just kind of brought in snippets of, because we've all done therapy. I shouldn't say we've all, but you and I have gone through therapy, and what and you just briefly talked on the place in Toronto that you wanted to help, and they said no. And what I find is, and I've gone through this with NLP, timeline therapy, and the trauma model and the trauma
Yeah.
protocol that can heal people within like
Yeah.
sessions.
Yeah.
And they're all of a sudden they're like, oh my God, those emotions no longer play a role in how they feel. The event is still there, but
Yeah.
the emotions are no longer there that
Yeah.
are tied to that event, right? So when you reach out to these places and you say, look, I have a way, and these I'm saying this because the coach who trained me has reached out. He's world renowned, he's
Mm.
phenomenal. But he has reached out to so many places, that are touting mental health. Yeah, I say that,
Western care. Western care.
right?
Yes.
Western care,
Yes.
and they don't want any part of it.
Yeah.
And the reason is because I'm sorry to say this, I'm just going to say it, because they don't make money if somebody's
Exactly.
healed very quickly. And that's
It's
the
ego. It's ego and money. Yes, that's what
it's
I believe.
completely about money.
Yeah.
And when you're in this line of work that we do in coaching, and we heal people quickly. And it's not even the word heal. I'm going to say this.
Yeah.
Was brought to my attention yesterday in my Servitude Tuesday interview, which was so great, great conversation. It's not even about the word heal, because that indicates that we have something that's broken within us.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
We don't.
No.
It's remembering, and on
Yeah.
my website I have this. It's just remembering who
Remembering.
you are, remembering the wholeness of who you are.
Yes.
Right? That's
Yes. The
all it is. And
divine beings that we are. Yeah, absolutely.
exactly. You
And
just
we
feel.
don't heal anybody. They heal themselves or they remember who they truly are. And
And you know what? It's so true. I say to clients, you're going to get out of this what you put into it.
yeah.
Don't expect me to come here and heal you, because that's not what this is about. You're actually doing the work.
Yeah.
I'm just facilitating it for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
you,
chills. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. And so it's her choice whether she chooses that or she doesn't
Yeah.
choose it. And as you said, stay unconscious for the rest of your life if you choose. Have that child run your show.
Yeah.
That's up to you.
It's up to
I
you.
know you should. We're like, what? Like it's crazy. I think everybody needs this work. I had a client say to me,
But not everybody's
everybody
ready
needs
to
this work.
wake up though, right? And we
Yeah.
can't hold it against them. It's their
No.
choice.
Yeah.
And only people will come to this work when they need it.
Yeah.
I was at rock bottom and I was ready to die. I thought my only child was better off without me in his life, right? I thought he
Mhm.
was fine with his dad alone. Can you imagine? Like that just
Mm.
makes me want to cry thinking about it. Like
Yeah.
my now 27-year-old in next week, could have not had me if I
Mhm.
hadn't had this awakening. Like,
Yeah. I know. I know. Facebook user, I'm not sure who it is. Angels of Evolution are our catalysts for change, spurring
yes.
us to live our authentic life.
Yes.
100%.
100%, whoever you
100%.
are,
And if
yes.
we choose to
I'll
see,
drink to that,
yeah,
yeah.
and if we choose to see that everything's happening for us,
Mm, not to us.
not to us.
We're
And I
not
just,
victims, we're not
yeah.
victims.
And I shared with a client, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with this book, The Little Soul in the Sun.
Oh, that's so cute. No, I
Okay.
don't know that.
Oh my god, you have to
Yeah.
get it. It's a children's book. I don't think it's really a children's book. It's a lot for children. Although I bought it for my daughter Sydney. It's like such a fun. The illustrate. It's by Neil Donald Walsh,
Right. Oh,
and
love
yeah,
him.
he wrote
Conversations with God,
yeah,
yeah.
so it's a phenomenal book, and it's just two little souls. Quickly, the
Oh.
synopsis is two little souls preparing to come to Earth, and they're talking to God.
Mm,
And what do you want to learn when you go to Earth? You have to learn something, and this
mm,
soul says, "Well, I don't know. Oh, I want to learn how to forgive. I want to learn forgiveness." And God
mm.
says, "Well, you're going to have somebody teach you that." And this little girl steps forward and she says, "I'll go with you. I'll teach you." And she says, "But you're not going to remember me. I'm going to do something so horrible to you that you're not
Oh, I
going
just got chills. Oh my
to I am
God.
on Earth." That's the premise of it, and
Yeah.
and you can imagine what happens, right? And I know I get chills every time I talk about
Oh
it,
my
and
God. Oh my
it's
God. That's
helping
so
people to
powerful.
understand, and whether you believe this or not, it doesn't matter, but this is my belief, we make contracts with people before we come to
Yeah.
Earth,
Yeah.
and they are our teachers. Those
Yeah.
are catalysts
Yes.
for living our best life, to push
Yeah.
us into, transforming in our life, in our world. And we
Yeah.
either choose to accept it or we don't. And like
Yeah.
you said, that's okay. Everybody's
Yeah.
where they're meant to be. And everybody, whether you get there or not, it's okay.
It's
Everybody's
okay.
doing the best that they can with what they have.
Yeah. And I believe in the Buddhist principle of reincarnation. So our
Yeah.
souls can come back again, again, and again until we get that lesson.
Yeah.
So one of my favorite movies,
If we
Groundhog Day.
choose.
Sorry,
If
say that if you choose. Exactly. It's up to you. You have free will. You
yeah.
were given free will.
Yeah.
And it's like the Groundhog Day, right? It's like he went through all those different days, aka lifetimes, to eventually get to that place where he became like this virtually perfect human being, right? So I believe that we can come back again and again, and let's get to nirvana, heaven, faster, right? So at the end, he was virtually in nirvana. This guy was a saint. He learned how to play piano. He was giving back to so many people. Like he
Yeah.
did all the things that made him this incredible human. And it
Yeah.
was like every day was a new lifetime. And then
Yeah.
eventually, when he got it, he was able to go to February 3rd, which was the
Yeah,
day after
yeah, yeah,
Groundhog
yeah.
Day. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I have to go back and watch
Go
that
back and
movie.
watch that. It's so good. It's so
Blue
good.
Eyes, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Oh my goodness, we are almost at the time.
Mm. I brought my healing. I'd like to do a healing for the family of the Dyers and
Yeah,
also for the people that have lost
yeah.
their loved ones in Texas. Would that be okay?
Yes, let's do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I just invite
If
everyone to.
everybody can keep, both in mind as we're doing
Yeah.
that, that would be wonderful. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. So I invite God, Spirit, Source, Universe, whatever you believe, to bring you peace and bring all the families peace who have lost loved ones. May we send them vibrations of love and healing through our thoughts, through our prayers, through these sounds. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Om Shanti. world. Heal the world. Remember, people, who you are. Who you are. Who you are.
Sending them all so much light and love. Finding peace in this very difficult time. And on that note, we love you all. And we send you all peace, love, and light. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Until next week, we will see you then. We love you.
Love you.
3, 2,